Hey, what's going on, YouTube channel? Stars down again, y'all. And this is the Go Hard or Go Home channel. Okay, today we're going to talk about this Sassy trucker who got detained in Dubai. All right? Because I've been there a couple of times. I don't think it was because you raised your voice to the man. It's because you raised your voice in public, period. So we're going to do this right here. All right? We're going to talk about this. I'm going to play the video right here. I got the video from Fox 26, her hometown in Houston. I think it's Ozark, Alabama, like me, but no, she's from Houston. Houston, Texas. They're going to talk about it, and then I'm going to do some commentary on it, and we're going to look at the law for Houston, Texas for disorderly conduct because it says kind of the same thing. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get into this. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe if y'all want to, but hit like. Let me push it as many people as possible. This is a real story about it, not that clapback junk everybody trying to do, talking about women can't do this, women can't do that. Got nothing to do with that. This is just truthful information. So let's roll with it.
Described as terrifying for a Houston woman who we're told is being detained in Dubai. Fox 26's Domely Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Domely.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City, but according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
Now, here's the deal. If that was the case, why did she do it? Because she should have known that when she went there. All right? I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Hey, before you go to the next state, you might know the rules that's going on over there. You go there and you do something wrong, they ain't finna be worried about whether or not you knew. It's like when Brittany Griner went to Russia and had had them vape cartridges, and then she's like, "Oh, well, I got a medical marijuana card from the States. Nobody gives a fuck. You're not in the States." This is typical American behavior, and that's one thing I want to start putting out there on my channel. Americans, if y'all gonna be traveling and going abroad, y'all gotta start doing the right doggone things. But we're gonna go over there after they get done talking this smack. We're gonna go over the thing about Houston. Now notice, she went to a place of business. She started talking smack. We're going to talk about this in a minute. Watch what happens when I get to that Houston law.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates.
Okay, so you got told. You got told. And they're telling you right there, you can see it on the screen. There may be serious penalties for doing something that might not be illegal in the UK or the United States or wherever. They're telling these people when they go there. But we're going to get this Houston law in a minute.
Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation.
It's very frightening. The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man can do in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not.
Okay, now the lawyer, I guess this the lawyer, and if he's from Houston, Texas, I'm about to put some egg on his face in about 5 seconds. Watch this.
Right.
Now, the 29-year-old does now have an attorney there in Dubai, and her mom says she's told that she could face jail time because there is surveillance video of her screaming. Now, we have reached out to the U.S. and the UAE embassies. Will government officials step in and give her assistance?
No.
I'm still awaiting responses. Reporting live near downtown Houston, I'm Donnelly Keith, Fox 26 News.
Okay, this woman ain't getting no assistance. This woman ain't getting no assistance. I can tell y'all that right now. This woman ain't getting no assistance. No. And here's why. Now, let me put myself in the middle for a second. I just got done telling y'all, okay? You can't go to other countries.
If your child has diabetes,
You can't go to other countries and just do whatever, but you can't just do whatever here in the United States either. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to look at the Texas. This is texas.gov. Y'all can see it right there on the screen. I'm looking at the Texas law. This is for Houston, Texas, and everywhere else in Texas. Penal Code, Chapter 42, Disorderly Conduct. Okay? Now, let's see what type of behavior you get with that. A person commits an offense if he intentionally or knowingly uses abusive, indecent, profane, or vulgar language in a public place. That's what this got done telling this woman. She was screaming in public. She was screaming in public, and she probably was cursing and stuff too. Because they're saying they didn't say it in that one. And the language, by its very utterance, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you got to do profane. It's got to be abusive, indecent, just loud. Pretty much, if you're being loud. All right? And the language by its very utterance tend to incite an immediate breach of the peace. Everybody else can hear you. Makes an offensive gesture or display in a public place, and the gesture or display tends to incite an immediate breach of the peace. Okay? They got a bunch of them. Abuse or threaten a person in a public place. Makes unreasonable noise in a public place other than a sporting range. So when she was screaming in public, that was unreasonable noise in a public place. That's what it was. So I mean, you can go on and on. This is a big list of stuff I got it. You know what I'm saying right here on the screen for you. One of them is you can't expose your anus or genitals in a public place. Basically, you can't show your ass in public. You know what I'm saying? So, and they're called this disorderly conduct. You can go to jail in the United States, right there in Houston, right there in Texas, for screaming in public. We just got done saying abusive, indecent, profane language in a public place. That's pretty much just being loud, y'all. And everybody else can hear you. They got a loud part in here too. We keep going down here. They hear too much noise to do it. They got a noise ordinance. And see, they're telling you. They got you, and they tell you how you can defend when you got a conduct because it's a speech or other expression, because that's what she was doing, speech or expression. If conduct that would otherwise violate section 4.2 or whatever, 5, which is unreasonable noise, you see what I'm saying? Consists of speech or other communication or gathering or others to hear speech or communication or gathering with others to picket or express. Otherwise, if you're picketing or something, you can do that. But the police come and tell you to go away because it goes down in here and keep telling you. You can keep reading it if you want to. I'm just going to let it go. If they come and tell you to go away, you got to go or you're going to be in trouble. All right? So they tell you about the different orders and stuff. So I mean, like basically, she could have got in trouble for this in Houston. So I don't know what her lawyer's talking about. It don't have nothing to do with her being a woman. It's got nothing to do with her raising her voice to a man. Nothing to do with it. It's got basically to do with an American person went to a country, got told the rules when they got there, and broke them. What you think gonna happen? Y'all drop the comments and y'all let me know, but this is my perspective on it. It ain't got nothing to do with she raised her voice to a man. It's got to do with everything with that you wasn't doing the right thing in public. What you would have went to jail for right there in Houston, even though your lawyer's trying to say something else. This is the problem with America, though. See, we keep trying to make excuses for people, and we got the same doggone rules here. Y'all drop the comments, let me know what y'all think. Smash that like button for me. Let's get this pushed on around. Smash that like button. Y'all hit like, subscribe, share. It's been Charles Downey, y'all.